Hi, my name is Derrick Haywood, and welcome back to the garage. Yes, I am back, week 60. Can you believe it? Happy 2019 to you. So today, real quick, I want to give you 4 tips that's going to help you achieve those goals that you just planned out or should have planned out over the past few days. Let's get into it. So, number 1, ceasing. In most cases, it's not the things that we do that prevent us from accomplishing our goals, but the things we need to stop doing. Around this time of year, every year, we know that a lot of people create these new diets and these workout plans because they want to be healthier or they want to lose weight. So, they start doing things, of course, but those things they need to stop doing is just as important. So whatever your goal is, it could be some bad habits that you're associated with that you need to stop doing. And not just bad habits. It could be a bad environment, bad people you associate with. There are a number of things that you need to stop doing. And once you stop doing those things, you'll begin to see some differences in your life to where you can replace those bad habits with good habits, those bad people with good people, those bad environments with more suitable environments to help you accomplish your goal. Now, let's look at the other end of the spectrum. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, pray without ceasing. Now, does this mean we go around all day, every day, praying every second of the day? No, this is just constant prayer in your life. I know you have a vision, you have that goal in front of you, pray about it. Your instinct, God will give you direction. So pray without ceasing. Consistently pray about what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Pray without ceasing. So, number 1, cease, but pray without ceasing. Number 2, commit. So, it is quite frankly pointless to make a plan if you're not going to commit to it. If you're going to say that I'm going to cease doing certain things and you don't, then it's quite pointless to even say that you're going to stop doing these things, right? So you have to commit to whatever it is that your goal is. You have to commit now. Because once you commit, you basically tell yourself that I refuse to not get this done. One of the definitions of commit is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. That basically says that you can't do this anymore because you've committed to something else. You have to apply that same logic to your situation. You know, one thing that's funny to me is they have these athletes coming out of high school and they release this statement that this athlete has committed to this university to play Division I, let's say football or basketball. And then later they release another statement saying that that same athlete decommitted. They were never committed in the first place. Because again, it restricts freedom of action. So whatever it is that you're ceasing, once you commit, you restrict yourself from even doing it anyway. So you want to make sure that you commit to whatever it is you need to stop doing. And like I said, with the praying without ceasing, you want to commit to that as well. Number 3, consistency. So after you cease and commit, it's time to be consistent. The praying without ceasing, this is your faith at work, right? This is your faith, but your faith needs consistent, corresponding action. So if your goal is to lose weight, you can't eat everything in sight. You can't eat a lot of fast food, right? You gotta have consistent action. Being faithful or committed to your diet, your new diet, being committed to working out daily or, every other day or how often you feel necessary. So when you're consistent with your action, you're consistently feeding your faith to some degree. Faith without works is dead. So your consistency, this is your work. This is the complement to your faith. So you got to make sure you're consistent and use everything that you got. Throw everything that you have when you're being consistent. Every gift, every talent that you have, and every person in your network, partner with that person. Offer some service that you can do to assist them with their goal and ask them for the same. You know, I was in church on Sunday and the pastor said, you're not losing because of the things that you don't have. You're losing because of the things that you have, but refuse to use. Deep, right? Trust and believe that what God gave you is enough. And throw it all at that goal that you want to accomplish. And lastly, courage. Yes, I'm sure you've heard it before, but everything that we desire is on the other side of fear. So this is not about getting rid of the fear. It's about having the courage to overcome. Because there are going to be times when you get tired, where you face something that you may possibly be afraid of. Even starting, a lot of people are afraid of starting. They're afraid of failure. Don't worry about the fear. Just focus on building the courage. I have spoken to groups as little as 5 to 10 people, and I have spoken to people or crowds of 100 plus. And that same fear, regardless of which group I'm speaking to, comes out of nowhere right before I hit the stage. But as soon as I open my mouth, it goes away. Because I have the courage to know that eventually that fear will subside, because it always does. So, adopt a courageous mentality. I will do it or die. That type of mentality. You know what I mean. So go for it. Have the courage to believe. There's a perfect Tasha Cobbs song that was released not too long ago called No Longer Slaves to Fear. So don't be a slave to fear any longer, and trust and believe that you have the courage to overcome whatever you're faced with. That's where the power of God comes in, and that's where He gets the glory. So, number 1, cease. Number 2, commit. Number 3, be consistent. And number 4, have the courage necessary to accomplish your goal. I'm Derrick Haywood. Thank you so much for watching. If you think this will help someone, please share it with them. Until next time, manifest your potential.